Welcome. What's up, everyone? How you doing? I'm Gary Stone, Cyber 214 Media, coming at you with another exciting episode of Tech Tip Tuesday, where we help you, our fellow business owners, with actionable tools, tips, and ideas to increase your brand awareness, ultimately driving customers to know, like, and trust you. Anyway, welcome. And I know we're kind of all over the grid today, but we will get this started and working, I promise you. And if there's any technical issues, let us know if you can hear us or not hear us. Anyway, like every great story, your brand should quickly and clearly speak to your customers. People don't buy solutions to external problems. They buy solutions for internal issues caused by external problems. Like you, we at 214 Media, we are constantly fine-tuning our message, obviously, as a digital marketing agency and photography studio, to better provide solutions and services to our audience. But anyway, during this week's episode, we're going to continue the multi-part conversation that we started last week about the digital marketing trifecta and why it's important as a business owner to understand it and how it should fit as part of your branding efforts. Last week, we talked about the basic concept of earned media, what it is and how it works within your digital marketing strategy. Today, we're going to focus more on your owned media, what it is and how it fits within the digital marketing trifecta. And most importantly, how to ensure you truly own your media. There's a lot of things that I'm pretty sure that Annabelle and I can go down some rabbit holes about what you truly own and what you don't truly own. But anyway, so for those of you tuning in for the first time, we really appreciate you spending some time with us. We're an all-military veteran-owned, one-stop shop digital marketing agency where we help business owners and brands from all over the country increase their brand awareness. But anyway, that's enough about us. Let's get this started. Real quick though, while we're checking the Facebooks and you guys are getting on and getting ready to answer your questions, let's do a quick shout out. Annabelle, who do you got this week for a shout out?
Well, this week we want to give a shout out to West Coast Taco Shop.
Yum.
They're a family-owned restaurant. They got 2 locations here in Clarksville, one in Wilmer Rudolph Boulevard and another one in Fort Campbell Boulevard. They also have a location in Nashville by the airport, and they have a location in Nolensville. And before I forget, they're military-oriented, military-friendly. They support veterans, active duty members. They offer a military discount for all of those that come in and visit them. So during the current occasion, they still open. The only thing that has changed is that they have moved to takeout only. You can still visit their restaurants, though, and order right there on the spot. You just won't be able to sit down.
Right.
One of the new things that they're trying out is they have a partnership with Grubhub, and I know for sure that is up and running in the Wilma Rudolph restaurant. But as of yesterday afternoon, it was still not up and running in the Fort Campbell restaurant. So stay tuned to their page, visit their page on Facebook, and the announcement will be made when all of that is up and running.
Good. Awesome. I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but I absolutely love their breakfast burritos. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, their breakfast burritos. That's more than a breakfast burrito. That's like a whole meal.
That is a whole meal.
One of those, yeah, you won't be able to eat lunch because you're going to be stuffed.
Absolutely not. Let's move on a little bit here. Let's move on to our main topic, why everybody's here. All right, so last week we started talking about the digital marketing trifecta, how it all comes together, and there's 3 main categories and there's several subcategories that we'll get into in more episodes later on. And last week we were getting a bunch of questions about, why is this important? Why is this an important thing for business owners to own? And you got to understand that there's combined efforts here. There's a lot more going on when. Let me back up. Businesses, you just can't throw a post out there and expect it to stick, right? You've got to have a strategy. You've got to have people in place who are capable of monitoring a lot of different things and build a good, solid strategy. If that's you doing it, if you have the time to do it, awesome. If you're paying an agency to do it, awesome. All right. But either way, you've got to have a good strategy, and you need to understand these 3 concepts to kind of start building an actual strategy for your digital marketing efforts. Now, keep in mind, we keep saying digital marketing. That falls into your overall marketing campaign. But digital marketing is basically like a subcategory. And like we said last week, they used to say a business with no sign was a sign of no business. Well, a business with no digital marketing is a sign of no business these days. But anyway, if you don't understand these concepts and you don't understand these basic things, all you're doing is basically playing darts in the dark, if that makes sense. All right, so this week, we're going to move on. Last week we talked about earned media, and this week we're going to go ahead and start talking about owned media and what it is and why you should pay very close attention to it. Annabelle, I'm going to shut up and let you have it.
There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Catching up from last week, just a quick recap. We talk about earned media, and we specifically talk about, how you're sharing things, and people start making mentions of your content. They share it, they repost it, and then you have people write reviews about the products and services that you have for your business. This week, we're going to talk about the web properties, and that's what is considered owned media. Within that category, obviously, you have websites, you got your mobile sites, your blogs, and your social media channels. This is one of those that is key to you and your business because these are the things that you can actually control. You can control the content that is on your website. Obviously, you can control the content that is on your blogs, and you can definitely control the content that you put out on social media. Now, eventually, what all of this is going to do, and as we go to the next week, to the paid category, we will talk about how all of this intersect and they kind of piggyback on each other. Me personally, I think the owned media is one of the most critical and essential ones in this whole digital marketing trifecta. The reason being is because, let's say, for example, everything goes away like it has happened before. You got your social media channels, but what happens when one of the social media platforms go out or they basically down because their website is down? Well, you still got your website. You still got your mobile apps or your mobile websites that you have deployed for you out there. You still got your blogs that you're writing, that you're posting out there for your customers, letting them know what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're selling. This is actually going to help you establish your presence and continue to push the marketing of your products and everything else that you're trying to do. But more importantly, it allows you to continue to engage your audience and letting them know, hey, I'm here. This is what I'm trying to provide for you. And this is the problem that I'm solving for you as a customer or a client. Yeah.
Right. So it's interesting too, because, you have social media channels on your slides, and I would like to, I kind of throw the argument out there too, that you've got to kind of be cautious with social media, with the social media channels. So yeah, absolutely. Like, you own your website. You own mobile sites, and you own your blogs and all that other stuff. But social media, one of those things that's kind of rented. It's kind of that rented space. And so you're putting the content on your social media platform, but just keep in mind that you're playing by somebody else's rules. Usually, when you're looking at your owned media, you're looking at things that you absolutely control. And I know that that's one thing that we kind of talk about. Annabelle and I and Jay, we always talk about it all the time. Is like social media is kind of like an embassy. You're just kind of like playing in somebody else's land, and your website is basically your country. And so your whole goal is to get everybody out of somebody else's land back to your country, aka your website, where you control the message and you own the message, basically.
Well, the reason why it is considered under their own media is because to some extent you have control of what it is that you can put out there.
Right.
Obviously, that extent only extends so far, and that's where you need to be conscious of that. You need to be cognizant of that, and obviously keep pushing your other markets, or piggyback of the other platforms that you're using, so you can actually establish your presence and really control it. So if some of this social media happens to go out, or one of those platforms happen to go away, you still control everything that is out there.
Right. And that's the hard part. It's a fine balance. It's trying to figure out what you actually control when it comes to who sees your messaging and all of that. So there's several things that you can do. I mean, we've got tools and techniques and stuff, audits and things like that, to figure out what people actually own and where they're at and all that other stuff. But anyway, maybe that's another show. Maybe we could talk about
that is another show.
Talk about how that actually applies to your strategy. Anyway, so that's good stuff. Anyway, guys, ask questions. Okay, we know that these topics are a little complex, and it's a little bit hard to understand. What what we're talking about, especially if you're not necessarily in the digital marketing world. We're always here to help, and we want to make sure that you guys have a good foundation and a good understanding of what's going on. Coronication, whatever you want to call it, is what it is, and we're all learning together. And one of the things that we really like to do is try to help give you guys these foundations and talk about these types of things while you're not necessarily making widgets. Maybe you can focus a little bit on your digital marketing. And also, when you step back into making widgets or doing whatever you're doing for your business, you'll have a better understanding. You can go, okay, do I need to hire someone to do this for me, or do I need to allocate more time and resources? Anyway, I digress.
One other thing, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse on this, but the other thing and another reason why social media is included into the own is because of your reach. You know what I mean? Your content, when it's out there, depending what keywords you're using, your long tail keywords, can help you reach out your audience a lot faster than other types of content that you put out there. The other thing is the cost, because by creating content that you put out there to market your business on social media, you can use different strategies where you don't have to spend money to actually have stuff out there and let people know what it is that you're doing. So
right.
Enough of that.
That's how this conversation just keeps rolling. And next week we'll talk about paid media, and that'll close out the trifecta. But then there's those subcategories in between where they converge.
Then we'll start talking about the conversion and the
intersections. Right, and then the converging media is where it gets extremely powerful, and that's where you start building out your models and all of your evergreen content down to micro content, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, absolutely.
Jay loves that conversation. He's all about it. Email list building is important. That list is owned. Yeah. Did you mention email lists on there?
Email lists, I didn't mention it, but yes, it is. Email lists are part of their own media, and also forums are part of own media. Like if you have a Facebook group and things like that, that is also part of own media, because you control the content, you can segregate it, and you can steer the conversation towards where you want that conversation to go. Yes, absolutely.
Nice. Yeah, I totally forgot about email lists. And that was one thing that I know in a future episode we wanted to talk about, was email lists and some tools that you can use to curate your list, I guess, if you will. So if that is it for everybody, we're going to sign off. And remember, if you guys are watching this one live, we appreciate you guys doing it. And just remember that we are trying to get on a schedule to where we're posting these every Friday on our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button. I know it sounds like I'm begging, but I'm begging. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers so we can actually get our dedicated name.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
That's the goal. I want to get to 100. Anyway, and one last final shout out to West Coast Taco Shop. If you guys need a taco, a burrito, or you just want some homemade, authentic Mexican food, go get some from West Coast Taco. They're all over the place here in town, and they've got a couple down in Nashville too. And remember, please tune in next Tuesday at 8 a.m. Central for part 3, where we're going to continue our discussion. And remember, it's not about us. It's about you guys, and it's about our mission, and our mission is your success. Cheers, everybody.